Hello, Voy listener and RRNet viewers. Welcome back to Indonesia Today with your host, Ray, where I'll be accompanying you for the next 2 hours, providing you with news, information, and entertainment. Before I start this segment, I would like to say about the 43rd ASEAN Summit is now open today. Several agenda have been held and here in Jakarta, Indonesia. And before I start a live report by my friend Steve in this spot, I would like to say that this broadcast can be viewed from our online streaming in voynews.id, shortwave 3325 kilohertz to 5 kilohertz and 4750 kilohertz. We also have our application in RRR Playgo so you don't miss out on our daily programs. And with that, the 43rd ASEAN Summit is now open today in Jakarta, with several agendas have been held there at that time. And here is the live report from my friend Steve in the area. Steve, how are you?
Okay, Ray, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
It's all clear, okay. Okay, Voice of Indonesia listeners and also the audience of RRNet. I'm right now from the media center of the 43rd ASEAN Summit located at the Jakarta Conference Center. And they just finished the opening of the 43rd ASEAN Summit retreat session. And it was opened by our President Joko Widodo, which is asking everyone to be discussing all the challenges openly. But if we are going to talk about the whole thing about today, it began from 9:50 this morning. The head of states or the head of delegates of ASEAN came to the summit location at the GCC, and they are coming with their spouses, and the spouses were wearing traditional clothing, and they were welcomed by our President Joko Widodo and the First Lady Iriana at the JCC's plenary hall main lobby. And the most interesting part is that the lobby was made over into a forest. It's like at Nusantara, or to give the vibe of being in the new capital city of Indonesia, in Nusantara later. And they put a lot of greeneries everywhere, and even a working artificial waterfall right behind President Joko Widodo and also First Lady Iriana. And talking about something behind the President and the First Lady, they also have in the background, they have the new presidential palace at Nusantara capital city in the background. And actually, listener, when opening the summit, President Joko Widodo gave some remarks answering public's doubt about the ASEAN, and also he affirmed the importance of equality for peace. And Ray, can you still hear me?
Yes, we can still hear you clearly.
Okay, so let's continue about this. And in the same opening ceremony, President Joko Widodo, along with the ASEAN Secretary General, Dr. Kao Kim, handed over the ASEAN Prize 2023 to the winners. And then later, the Minister of Environment and also Forestry of Indonesia joined into the stage. And they were ending the opening ceremony with the soft launching of ASEAN Coordinating Center for Transboundary Pollution Control. That is said to be affirming ASEAN's commitment in managing the land and forest fire impact, such as the haze. And after the opening ceremony, they began the plenary session and later jumped into 1:40 p.m. They began the ASEAN Indo-Pacific Forum, or AIPF. The most interesting part about this one is that there is not only the opening remarks by Erick Thohir as the State-Owned Enterprises Minister, or President Joko Widodo as the representation of Indonesia or the head of ASEAN right now. In here, President Joko Widodo, several ministers of Indonesia, and also the head of states and delegates, they were going around the location. Why? Because they were promoting the Indonesian companies, such as we have the oil and gas company Pertamina, our company PLN, also some banks, and also some other companies who are working or operating both in Indonesia or in the Southeast Asia. And there was also the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding of the National Task Force for Local Currency Transaction by the ministers and heads of national institutions. And as I said in the beginning, they are having the retreat session by now, and they are not broadcasting it live for now. And I think that's the latest update for now, Ray. Back to the studio.
Thank you so much, Steve, for reporting live on the spot. And that was Voice of Indonesia listener, was the live report of Steve from the KTT ASEAN 43rd ASEAN Summit in Jakarta. And listener, Steve has reported the opening of the 43rd ASEAN Summit in Jakarta today, and let's hope that Indonesia will continue to gain more and more trust from other countries and continue to grow with other countries, ASEAN countries in Indonesia and ASEAN. And thank you so much, Steve, for coming and reporting live from the spot. And we continue to our program here in Indonesia today with a song for you with the title God Bless Semut Hitam live at Aquarius Studio here in Voice of Indonesia. So stay tuned with us, for listener, because there will be a lot of more entertainment, news, and also information from Voice of Indonesia to the world.